Harris here of Harris and Dave. Today I want to show you how to make my white chocolate macadamia nut pie. You're going to love this recipe. I'm actually making this tonight because we have our good friends Barry and Dale Roth that are coming in from Colorado today. And we're having a little party tonight, so this is going to be one of the desserts we're going to make. Now, so I've already prepared my dough. I made that last night and let it rest overnight in the refrigerator, which is really important to do when you're for your dough. It really does need to rest. All right, so now I have it on our pastry sheet here, which is really handy because this sheet you can pick up at Bed Bath & Beyond or any store that sells kitchen type stuff, because it has the rings and it shows you the size of pie you need. So today we're going to do this in a 9.5 to a 10-inch pie shell. And so I'm going to roll this dough out. It's not cooperating. Let me get it over here. So the dough is a little hard because it's been refrigerated, so it's cold. And that's why it's a little harder to work with, but working with cold dough is much better than when it's warm. See what I'm doing here? Stretching it out. Now you got to be really careful when you're working with dough to not, when you place it into the shell, not to pull the dough or stretch the dough, because that will react when it's actually baking in the oven and pull back, and you'll lose the shape. So I like to fold it in half, then fold it again to make it. So I put it in the center of the shell, the pan. Tip my sides down very easily by lifting up. And then what I do is I make my crust edges like this. Now with this so far out here like that, let me take a little bit of that off for you. I think that's a little too much on there. Normally I grab a pair of scissors, but I didn't think ahead to do that this time. It's a little thinner over here, so I can tuck that under. This is a little thick here, so I'm going to take that off. Okay, so we're going to make our crust. Make our scalloped edges. And if you are a little short like I am right here on this spot, what you do is you take a little bit of water, put it on your dough, and you can stick it right on there. And you can fix up any little mistakes you make. Not all of us are perfect. Even Susie Homemaker makes mistakes, guys. So anyway, you tuck your crust, and then you make your scalloped edges all the way around. See how I'm doing this? It's very simple to do. Okay, now, also what you do is put a couple little fork holes in it so that it lets the steam out from under when it's baking, so it doesn't bubble up underneath. And now I'm going to put this in the fridge for about 15 minutes to a half an hour to let it rest. Okay, so now we are ready to start the filling. So what you need for your filling is, why don't you come a little closer, you need 4 tablespoons of butter, and you want to put this in on a low heat. 4 tablespoons of butter. When that melts, you're going to add a 12-ounce can of evaporated whole milk. We're going to wait for that to melt before we add that. Then we're going to add 12 ounces of Ghirardelli white chocolate. You buy it like this in the grocery store. Be careful when you're looking for white chocolate. It doesn't have to be this brand. I do like their product, but you can use any white chocolate. But what I find very often in the grocery store is you'll see it'll say white morsels. But they're not actually chocolate. So make sure you read the ingredients and that it actually says white chocolate. Okay, so I'm going to let this butter melt, and as soon as that melts, I'll be right back, and then I'll show you all the rest of the steps. Thanks.